And I'm from Benton, Louisiana, and I'm here to present my appetizer dish. Today we're going green. Fresh fruits and vegetables contain fiber and vitamins that you need, and they also lower lung, breast, and prostate cancer. They promote eye health, and they build strong bones and teeth and boost your overall energy level. The kinds of foods you eat affect the overall energy level you have as well as your health. Today our appetizer that we're going to be making is a seared ahi tuna with a cream cheese tomatillo avocado relish with wasabi and a kiwi coulis. And when you go to your local seafood market, there's a few things you want to look for when you're buying your ahi tuna or yellowtail. You want to make sure it has a nice ruby red flesh. It should be firm and it should smell like the sea. There should be no fishy odor. Ahi tuna is known for its buttery texture, mild flavor, and rich color. 4 ounces of chopped up Philadelphia cream cheese. Now I'm using regular cream cheese. However, if you want to use Philadelphia's spinach and artichoke or chive and onion, that will go well. Alright, while we have our cream cheese, you're going to want to stir and get it pretty smooth. Okay, now we have our tomatillas, or green tomatoes, known in Mexico as tomato verde. We're going to go ahead and peel off the husk from one of the tomatillas. You will notice when you peel these off, there's a very sticky substance. So they need to be thoroughly washed. Now tomatillas are the size of cherry tomatoes. If we cut one open and you look inside, you can see that they are white and meatier than tomatoes. I don't know if you're like our family, but we've been watching the Masters. Speaking of the Masters, with the tomatillas, you want to get some that are golf ball size. For this recipe, we are now going to dice 2 golf ball size tomatillas and put that with our cream cheese. Now when you're dicing your tomatillas, for this recipe they don't need to be really fine. I like to see chunks of the tomatillas in my relish. I minced 1 shallot and it comes out to about 2 tablespoons if you're looking for measurements. And we're going to add the shallots to the cream cheese and the tomatillas. And now we're going to dice and seed the jalapeno. The first time I made this relish, I made the mistake of putting all the seeds from the jalapeno in the dish. Now the seeds, which are filled with the capsaicin, which are the very hot part of the pepper, is what you want to take out. The first time I made this dish, I did make that mistake, and my eyes started tearing up, and I grabbed a glass of water, which made it worse. If this does happen to you, what you need to do is grab a glass of milk, or guess what else? You can use cream cheese. And the colder the milk is, the more effective that the milk and the cream cheese will be. Capsaicin is a natural oil that's found in chilies. And I did use a whole jalapeno. We're going to add that to the tomatillas, the shallots, and the cream cheese. And I am going to add just a couple of the seeds from the jalapeno because I do want a little heat. Make sure you wash your hands thoroughly after chopping up a jalapeno. We're using 2 avocados in this recipe. I already have one that's been peeled, seeded, and mashed. I'm going to do that with the other one. Now you're just going to want to cut along the middle of your avocado, open it up, and you'll see the pit. You just stab that pit and pull it out. I have a trash can right here. And then I'm going to scoop out the avocado. And now I'm going to take the back of my spoon and just mash. I'm going to add that to the relish. Now your guests or family are going to love this recipe. And this recipe contains a lot of my favorite things. My favorite fish is ahi tuna. My favorite spice is cumin. My favorite herb is dill. And my favorite oil is sesame oil. And they're all in this recipe. In the Middle Ages, it was said to believe that sprinkling some cumin around would help keep chickens and couples from wandering away. Cumin is also known to stimulate your appetite. Cumin is a member of the parsley family. In ancient Greeks would keep a spice shaker on their table filled with cumin, much like we do with pepper. All right, I've cut half a lime, and we're going to squeeze the lime juice into our sauce. Now we're going to chop a teaspoon of fresh cilantro. We added the cilantro. Now we need a teaspoon of dill. I have some neat little kitchen shards here that I got off eBay. Another one of my eBay wonders. So we have our beautiful ahi tuna steak. We're going to season with some cracked pepper and cracked sea salt. Now I have a plate of sesame seeds. We're going to gently press the sesame seeds into the tuna steak on both sides. Put a large frying pan on medium-high heat, and I've added a teaspoon and a half of sesame oil. It's pretty hot. When it starts smoking, go ahead and gently lay your ahi tuna in the frying pan. When searing your ahi tuna, you're going to want to do about 2 minutes on each side. We're making a nice tasty caramelized crust on your ahi tuna. Now you don't want to add any more than a teaspoon and a half of oil because you don't want your tuna to be greasy. Bring it back to our cutting board. Gently put that down. Now to make our coulis, we're going to take 2 kiwis that we have diced and peeled, add them to a blender, a half a teaspoon of sugar, and a tablespoon of water. Coulis is a form of a thick sauce that has been pureed and strained from vegetables or fruits. But you're going to use whatever serving platter you're using and just make a drizzle of the coulis. And it's time to slice the tuna to your desired thickness. It's time to plate our dish. We had the kiwi coulis, we sliced our ahi tuna, and this is how I would set it up if it was for 2. And if you're doing a dinner party, everyone would get a portion like this. A big heaping scoop of this cream cheese, tomatillo, avocado relish. Cut my ahi. Dab just a little bit of the wasabi paste. And some of the kiwi coulis. There's so many flavors that pop in your mouth. You get the sweet flavors from the kiwi, the cream cheese, and then you get the heat from the wasabi and the jalapeno pepper. This is an easy recipe which your guest will absolutely love, and it's prepared in less than an hour. Serving wine with your appetizer, a crisp Sauvignon Blanc would accompany your tuna very well. If you enjoyed the seared sesame crust ahi tuna with cream cheese, tomatillo, avocado relish with wasabi and kiwi coulis. Thank you.